Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. We are back again with Pathfinder Kingmaker. A lot of you have reached out asking for a breakdown of the Call of the Wild mod, which adds a ton of classes into the game. There's way too much content for me to fit into one video, so I'm going to split this up and walk you through the mechanics of all the classes that it adds. There's a link in the description below for my video walking through the mechanics of all 25 base classes in Wrath of the Righteous. I won't review mechanics for base classes that are in that video because most of them work very similarly to Kingmaker, so if you need a refresher, please refer there. For base classes such as Anti-Paladin that are not in Wrath, we will definitely go through those mechanics. Keep in mind this series will work differently from my ranking series because I haven't actually finished a full playthrough of Kingmaker, so while I will provide my opinion on individual abilities, I don't feel comfortable actually ranking the classes. If you all would like to see a full ranking of all the classes in the game after I finish my Kingmaker playthrough, please leave me a comment down below and let me know. With all that being said, let's get started. The first class we'll review is Alchemist. In the base game, you get the Grenadier, Vivisectionist, and Chirurgeon as your archetypes. The other three are added by the mod. The first archetype we'll review is Beastmorph. You lose access to persistent mutagen, which significantly reduces how long your mutagens last. You also lose 2 ranks of poison resistance and immunity to poison, which isn't relevant since you get a communal spell that makes the entire party immune to poison anyway. In exchange for that, at level 3, you'll automatically get the Feral Mutagen Discovery, which provides 2 claw and 1 bite attack. If you are making a natural attacks build, this is obviously useful, but from what I've read, natural attacks kinda suck in this game, so that might limit your effectiveness. At level 6, you get Feral Wings, which provides a +3 dodge bonus to AC. Dodge bonus is stacked, so this is very useful. At level 10, while under the effects of a mutagen, you gain the Pounce ability, which lets you do a full attack while charging. You should be charging all the time as a melee combatant, so this is a big deal that really helps your overall damage output. This class does have a lower base attack bonus, but remember you get more attacks from Feral Mutagen, which would hopefully help make up for that. Finally, at level 14, while under the effects of the mutagen, you get Blind Sense for a range of 30 feet. Blind Sense is not the same as Blind Sight. It's pretty useless in Wrath of the Righteous, so I doubt it is useful in Kingmaker, but again, I could be wrong. Next on the list is Preservationist. You lose persistent mutagen, which again limits how long you can have your mutagens enabled. You lose 1 discovery, which isn't a big deal since you get a ton of them. Finally, you also lose 2 ranks of poison resistance and immunity to poison, which again isn't a big deal since you should have a spell that mimics the effect. In exchange for all of this, you can add Handle Animal to your list of class skills, and you get Bottled Ally, which lets you throw small bottles that contain summons at enemies. These summons function the same way as Summon Nature's Ally 1, all the way up to Summon Nature's Ally 9, which you get access to at level 18. I was unimpressed with summoning in Wrath of the Righteous, but honestly cannot comment on how effective it is in Kingmaker, so this could be a very viable class. Last on the list is Toxicant. You lose access to mutagen, which is unquestionably a huge sacrifice that damages this class. In exchange, you get Toxic Secretion, which forces enemies that hit you to pass a save or take an amount of damage equal to your intelligence modifier. I'm going to go on a limb and say this is trash. If you are increasing your intelligence modifier as an alchemist, then you are almost certainly using bombs, and therefore you are at range and you are being hit in melee combat much more rarely compared to your party members. Trading mutagens for an ability that requires you to get hit in melee doesn't make any sense. At level 3, you get Swift Alchemy, which allows you to poison your weapon as a move action, and then at level 6, you could do the same thing as a swift action. My understanding is that unlike Wrath of the Righteous, there are a ton of enemies that are not immune to poison, so technically using it is a viable strategy. However, there are a lot of enemies with extremely high attribute scores, and because of this, it requires a lot of applications of poison for the decreases to actually be useful. So your mileage may vary regarding whether using poison-based attacks actually helps you. Anti-Paladin and Alchemist are completely new classes for the game, so we'll review them in the next couple of videos. Instead, let's head over to Barbarian. Armored Hulk, Mad Dog, and Invulnerable Rager came with the game. If you install this mod, Amiri will be changed to an Invulnerable Rager, which to me is kind of odd since it's not one of the new classes. You can use the Respec mod to change her if you wish. The first archetype we'll review is Pack Rager. You'll lose 5 rankings of Rage Power, which is obviously very impactful. You're also going to lose all 5 rankings of Damage Reduction, which is going to make your Barbarian less tanky. In exchange, starting at level 2 and every 4 levels thereafter, you're going to get Raging Tactician, which allows you to select a Teamwork feat. This teamwork feat must also be a combat feat. Some of the teamwork feats such as Outflank are really nice, so this isn't necessarily bad, but it's not worth losing 5 rage powers. Starting at level 7, when raging, you can grant all allies within 30 feet access to one of your teamwork feats. This ability is steadily upgraded until level 19 when you can grant 3 teamwork feats to all allies within 60 feet. On the one hand, I would say this is mediocre, because if you want your team to have a teamwork feat, then you probably want them to have it 24/7. Raging is a very finite resource, so it's not like you can keep this up all the time. On the other hand, most builds don't really have enough room for you to take more than 1 or 2 teamwork feats, so being able to plan around giving the entire party 3 of them is nothing to gloss over. Next on the list is Untamed Rager. You lose access to all rankings of Danger Sense, which doesn't matter because you should be picking up traps, not attempting to dodge them. You also lose all rankings of Damage Reduction, which again is going to make you less tanky. Finally, you lose Uncanny Dodge and Improved Uncanny Dodge, which is another major hit to your defensive capabilities. In exchange for all of this, you get Dirty Trick at level 2 and Greater Dirty Trick at level 5. Dirty Trick lets you attempt to place the blinded, entangled, or sickened condition on enemies. I never use this in Wrath, and I see no reason why it would be useful here, especially not on your Barbarian. Someone on your team should be responsible for a better method of crowd control. Starting at level 3, you get a bonus of up to +6 on intimidation checks. Melee intimidation builds are really nice and they fit right in with being a Barbarian, so this is cool to have. Starting at level 7, you get a bonus of up to +5 on checks to perform or resist dirty tricks. Not sure how the AI works in Kingmaker, but in Wrath, enemies never use dirty tricks against me, so if it works the same in this game, I would say this is useless. Quick note before we go over Beastkin Beserker. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate you subscribing and hitting the like button. This information tells me which content the community is enjoying and helps my videos spread to more people. I really appreciate all of the support. Last on the list is Beastkin Beserker. You lose 3 rankings of rage powers, which again is impactful. You also lose fast movement, which is going to impact your character's mobility. In exchange, you can add half your level to all Lord Nature skill checks. Starting at level 4, you get access to Feral Transformations, which lets you polymorph while raging. You get 6 different forms, allowing you to become a wolf, dire wolf, mastodon, leopard, bear, and smilodon. I haven't combed through animal mechanics yet, but I've read repeatedly that leopard is the best one defensively, while smilodon is the best for pure offense. We'll stop there. I don't want these videos to be crazy long. If you have any feedback regarding this, as always, leave a comment below. Hope all of you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a like, share this content, subscribe to the channel, and become a member if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.